This is Hannover Messe Daily, the heartbeat of innovation, industry and ideas. Each morning we bring you the key topics, the voices behind them and a first look at what the day at Hannover Messe has in store. Hannover Messe Daily, think tech forward.
Hello and welcome to Hannover Messe Daily. We are your hosts Christian Buchholz
and Kati Günther.
In this final episode of this year's podcast, we will be talking with our guests about the mood at the fair after the first days, the response to the new concept, and the technologies shaping the next phase of industrial transformation.
Our first guest is Dr. Gunther Kegel, president of the German Electrical and Electronic Manufacturers Association, or ZVEI for short, and chairman of the Hannover Messe Exhibitors Advisory Board. Hello, Gunther. Thank you for being with us today. So, how would you sum up Hannover Messe Fair so far from both exhibitors and visitors' perspectives?
We can say that the new concept of the Hannover Fair is well appreciated by not only the exhibitors, but also from the visitors. Especially our center stage concept has been well received by people. We have a lot of attendees. We have really high-value speakers over there that carry a lot of interest and very interesting debates, political roundtable discussions, but also down to the technology discussions about future trends in our industry, mostly dominated, of course, from industrial artificial intelligence.
Which trends have really been catching your eye this year?
The future trends that we can see over here at Hannover Fair is truly a completion of the story, the narrative that we told already years ago, starting with Industry 4.0 and digitalization, that now ends in the application of artificial intelligence in industry, that what we call physical AI. The digitalization was a necessary prerequisite for doing all artificial intelligence now really down to the shop floor. And we can see the first ideas, the first implementation, the first business models really utilizing the next generation of AI algorithms in our industry.
Physical AI on the shop floor, where does it take us from here?
It will definitely lead to much more sophisticated robotics. We are talking about humanoid robots that cannot work without artificial intelligence. We are talking about the next generation of smart machines that will embed artificial intelligence. We are talking about the next generation of user interfaces that use natural language instead of overcomplicated parameterization or programming techniques. This all will change the environment in the industry quite considerably.
Gunther, thank you so much for your insights.
And our second guest on the show today is Dr. Jochen Köckler, chairman of the managing board Deutsche Messe. Hello, Jochen. Great to have you on the show today again.
Hello. Thank you for the podcast.
Jochen, as Hannover Messe 2026 draws to a close, what is your overall assessment of this year's edition? Did it live up the expectations set at the start of the week?
Yes, the Hannover Messe 26 is a very special one. I cannot remember that we have such circumstances in the world. There are never before so much uncertainties on wars, on crises, etc. We had, unfortunately, here in Hanover, a strike of the public transportation system. So that was really a challenging atmosphere. The second that is for us very special. And therefore I'm very proud. We really changed some remarkable things in the structure of the show. So we discussed with our exhibitors board a new floor plan, what could be better for exhibitors and visitors running the show. And luckily we not only discussed, we did it then and we decided and we make it. Then we did new formats like center stage, like master classes. And yes, here is no one euphoric, but a lot are really satisfied. And that is great if you're running through the halls. It's now my 15th edition. There are 2 digital, and I know, to be honest, me know more people than I know, but you have so much feedback. So overall, in these challenging times, it was a strong Hannover Messe 26. And yes, I believe we will talk about the innovation that are here. So it really run with a new floor plan. It run with the internationality, and what was better than ever from my point of view was the center stage I cannot remember that we have so much C-level people from industry, from politics, from administration, Brussels, Berlin, minister from Canada, Saudi Arabia, and they all did fantastic networking from Monday to Tuesday. So that was really brilliant, and that is the USP of Hannover Messe and the media. I was not able to see it until now, but there was a lot of media response, and that is in 1 week Hannover Messe more than all other shows here in Hanover together, or perhaps on other places.
Mhm. Hannover Messe has once again served as a mirror of industrial sentiment. What has this week revealed about the current condition of industry, and which impulses can Germany now carry from Hannover into the wider world?
So I feel really a momentum from Industry 4.0 to industrial AI. And what here remarkable number of exhibitors offer. It's not only human robotics, it's many cases alongside the production chain is really using AI to improve the competitiveness. I cannot analyze this on a scientific way, but I feel that the speed offering new techniques is quicker than the ability of the users to implement it. So I'm really convinced 27, 28 will be focused in a deep dive, deep tech, how to use this technology to make me better at home. And perhaps I'm a typical example. I'm in the mid-50s. Thanks to our kids, I have to use quite quickly Uber, Booking.com, ChatGPT. They're at the beginning of the 20s, and when they use it, they say, hey, Daddy, if you not do it, you're old-fashioned. And if I would, and that is the same for us as Deutsche Messe. So we are a medium-sized company, and we have to implement now these tools. And it's not so easy because there every time also some risk. But looking on this week, the speed in developing possibilities to improve the production is remarkable. And now and I offered this morning, just kidding, our exhibitor board, we need the next show in September, because the visitors really have to see it again and have to understand which possibilities are inside.
So, Jochen, let's have a look on Germany. Germany presents itself here before an international audience. Which signals, strength, or solutions has the country been able to project to global partners during this year's fair?
So Hannover Messe is still the home place. It's still the window for the German industry in the world, what we can offer. And I see there two perspectives. On the one hand, the exhibitors, and Siemens is a German company, but at the end, they're a global player, the same like the medium-sized company around like Beckhoff, Festo, Harting, Lapp, Phoenix Contact, Pepperl und Fuchs, Schaeffler. Many of these companies are still world-class in engineering. World-class. They are not hidden champions anymore. They are champions. On the other hand, I understand that we are something like in a blockade. We are not able to implement reforms. So we had the chancellor, 6 ministers from the government, fantastic. We have the key decision makers from the worker unions. We have the key leaders from associations, and everyone is talking about reforms. Everyone is complaining. Everyone is asking for something, but it sounds a bit like NATO, not like NATO for defense, no action, talk only. And I'm only a trade show manager, so I'm not a politician. I'm not in the position of these key players. But my observation and my big wish after this show is that we really need concrete reforms, and everyone should be really willing to be a bit agile, a bit flexible, and at the end brave, because everyone is expecting this. And if you would like to run all these possibilities of industrial AI, then we have to look in Brussels on the AI Act. We have to look on our German Datenschutzgesetz and many other things. And yes, the chancellor promised on Sunday to do everything to make it better for the engineers and entrepreneurs in research, but I'm not convinced that he's able to do this because the administrations are quite strong, a bit like concrete.
Mhm. So trade fairs often produce the unexpected. What has most positively surprised you over the past few days? And was there anything you had hoped to see more clearly?
First of all, thank to our team. I hope that is allowed in such a podcast. So we are informed that there will take place a strike of the public transportation system. So we had a task force with Michael and Zenta, and they really organized in an enormous speed 30 buses. They organized some additional trains that are not affected by the strike. And that is something very good because our customers all complaining why you have this strike in the first 2 days. But we are able to handle crisis and we are here successful. That was fantastic. The second thing, the team for the center stage, we are successful to convince Mr. Höttges, one of the faces of the German economy, to start here on Monday at 11 o'clock with the center stage, because that is no entrance fee, no special registration. No one knows how many people there are, if it's overcrowded or if there is no one. So there was 500 to 600 places. That was really the size we need. So that was for me not a surprise, but that was something in our own hands. I'm very, very happy with.
Mhm. You have spent the week in close conversation with exhibitors from Germany and from all over the world. What feedback have you received from them regarding visitor quality, business opportunities, and the overall direction of this year's Hannover Messe?
The expectation in these days are not too high. No one expects record numbers because there are so much uncertainties. There is not this one topic that push you to a trade show to do invest. Therefore, we see that we are in our expectation. It's not over the show, so we have the last day. I'm not able to explain what is the number of visitors, but that is in our expectations. And yes, what everyone mentioned, and therefore the best sounding board is our exhibitor advisory board this morning. And yes, it's not overcrowded, but it was Monday less. That is every time the first day many used to do home office, whatever. But then the next 3 days, good business, good quality. And here is no one only having fun for a day, then he do something else than to visit Hannover Messe. So that the good quality, and from my point of view, is not, yes, we are still counting the heads, but it's so important who is here, top quality. And we attract from the top visitor numbers. It's China. China will be less this year. We have to analyze why. So perhaps due to the uncertainties in the big hubs, Dubai and Abu Dhabi, they are not willing to fly. Or that would be not very good. They are not longer interested in Germany, or they are not longer subsidized. So we have to check why we have there a reduction. We are very happy with United States, Japan, Korea, very, very important visitor markets. They are here. And yes, it's all about future solutions, more about cooperation. So the feedback we got was in quality very good and unique, because Hannover Messe brings you new customers. If you go to a vertical show, in the first half of my career, I organized agricultural shows. I studied it. When I'm there today, I meet my peer group from 20 years ago. And it's hard to find the really new ones. But here, if you present human robots, if you present an automation solution, and you have someone who is interested in to implement it, Hannover Messe is fantastic to do new contacts. And this morning, one of the big exhibitors mentioned 50% are good quality and new contacts, and that is the reason why we organize it here.
Impressive. So, Jochen, finally, attention already turns to Hannover Messe 2027 with Spain as partner country from April 5 to 8, 2027. What can Europe's industry expect from that constellation, and why is Spain the right partner at this moment?
Bill Clinton mentioned years ago, it's simple, it's economy, and I would say it's simple, it's Europe. So Spain is a very good developing country in Europe. They has good numbers. It's next to France, Italy, and Poland, then economy-wise an attractive country with good figures. They are quite strong in renewable energy, how to use it, how to implement. There's a grid. And yes, they have a good basis to be first in history partner country of Hannover Messe. And I would like to explain more and more that we understand to create a European story. We had here Mr. Déjeuner and two other commissioners. We have here again Mrs. Jana. She is responsible for the industry politics. So after having South America, next year we are focusing in our narrative more on Europe. And I'm absolutely convinced that more and more we understand in Europe our answer on the, yes, let's say, diplomatic behavior by our friends in USA with tariffs, by the enormous competition from China. It makes sense to use the possibilities of the European Union with 450 million people much better, and therefore is Spain wonderful to explain this.
Mhm. Jochen, every Hannover Messe can be captured in a defining number. What is the key figure of this year's edition, and what does it reveal about the state of global industry?
I heard this morning in our every morning task force for the show 2,000 speakers on all our stages. That is a remarkable number that shows exhibition of the future, formats of the future. Yes, we do it that our exhibitors have contacts to new customers, but to attract customers, to convince them to be here, to make them happy that they're coming back next year. That is fantastic that we have so many speakers. And yes, we have a podcast you can hear at the weekend. We have so many possibilities about LinkedIn and other socials. It's still here, real life, meeting new people. And therefore, I'm very thankful for this 2,000 speakers over the week.
Thank you, Jochen, for having been with us today.
Thank you very much.
Now we are signing off from Hannover Messe 2026. Huge thanks to Dr. Gunther Kegel and Dr. Jochen Köckler for their insights on the fair's new concepts and industrial trends.
Please mark your calendars for Hannover Messe 2027 from April 5 to 8. Thank you for listening.
That's all for today's Hannover Messe Daily and for this year's edition of the podcast. We hope you have an inspiring and energetic final day and look forward to seeing you again at Hannover Messe 2027.